The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Back to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll lose yardage here back at the 41. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalposts. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid.
Fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. Gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
They're going to look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Akers will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Akers again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Stafford. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd. Now it's Stafford. Flush to his right. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
So Mike's number one. Watch the slant. Here we go.
Throwing is Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to begin their next offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could happen.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Play action, Stafford. And that'll be caught, hauled in by Christian Blake. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's 21. He's checking
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, Stafford here. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's got room to run past the 20. And all the way up to the 21-yard line. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. A big play there for L.A.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan.
And this is caught. He's got down L.A. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Stafford on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another 1st down.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a throw here to his running back.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Blake. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Stafford. That went into the hands of Blake, complete. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Stafford now to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point safely through, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he goes out right around the 39.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Back to throw. He'll dump this off to Akers. That catch good for only a couple.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go, boy.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Atlanta, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.